current Minister of Defense, the governor of Zamfara State. And somehow, despite not having a single strand of military or defense-related experiences or expertise, not anywhere in his education or career, he is now in charge of national security for the entire country. This is a man who has never served in the armed forces, never officially trained in defense strategy.
My people, the North people don't finally summon their courage to come outside, to come speak the truth, to come talk truth. My people don't settle. They say the person will be say Tinubu put as a minister of defense for all the head of army will be saying to protect the whole Nigeria country. Say that person self no even they no anything about army. He has never served in Nigeria army. He has never do anything that got to do with doing army or police work or anything like that. He know nothing about it. But he was once a former governor of Zamfara State. And if we want to take a look at Zamfara State, Zamfara is one of the worst states in Nigeria where we see they get insecurity problem. And when this man came in power, he was accused of always negotiate with bandits. Even EFCC go to investigate this man upon the money where he don't thief. Now, Tinubu no can see among the people where we say they for Nigeria. People where they will be say they qualify for it. Where we say they into the military, they will be say they qualify. Tinubu no see them pick as a minister of defense. They can't go pick somebody where we say he know nothing about the job. No wonder when we say that they carry Boko Haram, all those bandit people, they recruit them, they put them into the Nigeria army. Before the Nigeria army go to say they won't go for operation, the bandit people don't attack. They don't buy Nigeria army finish. Now a lot of people they talk, even the North people are now coming out to say, how can you put somebody that know nothing about defense, that have never even been in Nigeria army, nothing, and you just pick him and put him as the minister of defense? How when that kind of thing for the happen? Maybe Tinubu put this person based on make it appreciate him for the time of election, the wrong way follow and run. Abi, he just put them based on saying they are two not friends. We don't understand, because how can you choose friendship over life of innocent Nigerians, over life of millions of Nigerians? I don't understand. Now the North people are now coming out to say, now this person now want make it come they do it. Come they rule the Nigeria army. How they want to overcome this Boko Haram? When this man said when he did for power, when he be governor of Zamfara State, when we say that they buying people, that they kidnapping people, if they negotiate with the bandit people, they thief money. How this one what country fight against the same bandits when we see the guy that they work before? That kind of thing makes sense. Now people make go here from the North people where come outside to come speak their truth.
Current Minister of Defense is Bello Matawali. Yes, the former governor of Zamfara State, the person who was the governor between 2019 to 2023. Yes, the same Zamfara that is one of the most terror-plagued states in the northern region. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is his qualifications for being the Minister of Defense, right? His background is that he started off as a teacher in a government girls' college in Morike and one other place in Zamfara State. Then he became a civil servant where he joined the Federal Ministry of Water Resources. And then he gave politics a shot where he ran and won a seat in the National Assembly, and he left the Federal Ministry of Water Resources. That is in 1998, and he has been in politics ever since. He held multiple political positions, including being a House of Reps member at some point before he became the governor of Zamfara State. And somehow, despite not having a single strand of military or defense-related experiences or expertise, not anywhere in his education or career, he is now in charge of national security for the entire country. This is a man who has never served in the armed forces, never officially trained in defense strategy, never managed a military operation, never worked in intelligence, and never handled any form of defense logistics. And yet somehow he is responsible for coordinating security operations against Boko Haram, against bandits, against multiple other terrorist groups and militant groups we have across the country. And here is what is more concerning to me personally. As the governor of Zamfara state, he could not control the insecurity in his state. Under his leadership, Zamfara remained one of the most terrorized states in Nigeria. But somehow, after failing to secure one state, he was put in charge of securing 36 states, including the FCT. And then we have the allegations. During his time as governor, he has been accused by the current governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, of basically frolicking with bandits. He has been accused of colluding with bandits, keeping bandits in the government house in Zamfara, paying ransom directly to terrorists, and procuring even vehicles for popular notorious bandit kingpins. When we say bandit kingpins, I mean people like Bello Turji. And if you think I was done, I'm not. Right after he left office, the FCC announced a massive investigation into allegations of extensive corruption, fraudulent contract awards, and the misappropriation of funds of over 70 billion naira during his administration. See, when I talk about politicization of insecurity in Nigeria, right, this is one of the very many examples of what I mean by that. When people with no defense experience, people with unresolved controversies, people who could not secure their own states, when these people are placed in charge of the national security of the entire country, it becomes clear that appointments are not based on competence, they're based on politics, on who knows who or who can do what for who in power. It stops being about governance, it stops being about protecting the people, and it starts being about protecting the interests of those in power. Now, whether the allegations are true or not, one thing here remains a fact. Now, before we go into who currently owns the office, let's talk about what the Ministry of Defense is and
But that's risky. But that's risky.
That makes
if
them
you attack their
criminal.
base, you can kill those.
No, I
victims.
understand that.
Yeah.
But I mean, what people are curious to know, because it is not the government who are directly under threat, it's the people. And the people have to know how you go about doing these things in order to shore up their own defense.
I think that's left for the security people to discover. What I know is that they contacted them to release those they have abducted.
And they just acquiesced, did they?
Because they know the consequence of not acquiescing to government demand, that they should release, let those people go, so that, because they know that the consequence is that the government will come and pummel them.
But does that mean that some kind of a deal was done then to say, because I mean those people killed people, so technically they are, I mean, they should be arrested, tried and prosecuted and face the full wrath of the law.
The first thing that government has to do is to get those people freed.
Right.
And government has achieved its objective. As for the next level of action, it's left for the security people to take. I don't want to second guess them. They know what they have to do. They've taken the precaution to make sure that at least they retrieve those people from there. That's the first thing. So the next line of action is left for that. I don't want to be talking about.
And that is all
issues.
the people who were abducted?
All of them.
Right, all 38 of them. Right. Okay, let's move on from there. What do you know for certain about what happened at that Catholic boarding school in Niger State on Friday? And is there now certainty about the number of people who were kidnapped and the number who have escaped?
Well, the 51 people or students who the Catholic bishop, the Khan chairman in Niger said had been, I use the word recovered. They were not captured by anybody. I learned when the bandits came in the night, the students were running helter and skelter, and some of them just nearly ran back to their homes and to go to their parents. So when they first gave the figure of 200, they nearly said 215, later they said 315,
And then later they now say, oh, they've seen 51. They say 50, but the figure we go is that they have 51 of them had been reunited with their parents and so on. As for the movement, up to now, the authorities, they are in the dark as to how many people are really missing. The Niger State government or governor asked for the list of students that are missing. Up to now, I don't know what kind of game that the Khan bishop in or the Khan chairman in Niger is playing. They are not collaborating with the government. I don't know why they are doing that.
Well, that's inexcusable, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why they are doing that. Even the security men, they don't know why they are doing that. Why they are not releasing the names. They want to know how many people are really missing. But as of now, nobody really knows, because the Khan bishop, I will still call him bishop, he was a bishop, but the Khan chairman in Niger actually told the principal of that school not to talk to the security people. So that is what is happening in Niger. In fact, today, if you read the paper, the governor was saying that nobody is sure what's really happened in that place. And that as of now, it's all speculation that students are missing. Because I said they are not releasing the figure. They are not releasing the names of the people, that the students that are missing.
Well, I think that might be taking it a stretch too far to suggest that there aren't any children missing. I mean, you said it's speculation.
No. What I'm saying, I didn't say, I said the governor, I was quoting the governor saying that because the school, I said, is not collaborating, it's not helping the government. You said students are missing, let's have their names. You have the register. Let us have their names. Let's know what we are looking for. But as of now, I said there's the Khan chairman of Niger is not helping government. It's not helping the security.
Could that be because the government came out firing at them at the outset? Because, I mean, the government said they had told them to close the school, and they failed to do that.
Most kidnappings that happen in our country, the DSS normally gets intelligence, and they warn that XYZ could happen. That's what happened in the case of Maga in Kebbi. They had intelligence that these people could eat the school. And in fairness to the governor of the state, he called a security meeting. And it was agreed that soldiers should deploy to that state, to the school. They went there, but mysteriously, as the governor also found out, at 4 a.m. on Monday, they left the school. And just some minutes after, the bandits stormed the school and took away the children. So the governor, as I said, I'm quoting the governor, he suspected some sabotage. That who was the person who asked the soldiers to leave the school?
But the president must have been briefed on that.
Yeah, of course, the president has been briefed. And I can assure you that even the military authorities are probing what really went wrong.
And there will be consequences.
They've already arrested all of them.
Right.
They've arrested all of them. They need to explain why did they leave the school
Indeed.
at that moment in time.
And reporters who are there in Niger State, adding to the point that you're making, say they've spoken to the parents of many of the children who've been abducted, and none of them have confirmed being reunited with their children, the ones who've supposedly escaped. So there seems to be a lot of confusion and uncertainty still.
You see, the school and the Khan of Niger, they need to come clean about some of these things. The government wants to help, but you are trying to keep information away from government. What for?
Yeah, but
what is the agenda of Khan?
In those circumstances, the government has a right to forcibly get that information out of them, doesn't it?
No, what I learned was this. The governor of the state, the government of the state, when they had intelligence that they were going to attack schools in the state, they told school proprietors to shut down schools. But this school, they don't shut down. And this didn't happen. According to what I learned from the security briefing that Mr. President had, the school was not saying they didn't send them a memo, a written memo that they shut down the school. What kind of thing is that? The authority can give a verbal instruction.
Of course.
It's an emergency.
In such a situation.
Yeah, can give, but they're saying they didn't have any written memo to close down the school. But some of the schools shut down on the basis of what government told them to do. So,
and this is,
as I said, the issue in Niger is for the Khan. I don't know. As I said, I don't know why they are playing the game they are playing. Let them tell the collaborate with the DSS, with the military authorities, with the government of Niger State, reveal to them, give them the list of the students that are missing. Let them even know, oh, okay, we have 100 students, we have 200 students that are missing, so they can know what to do next. But everybody's in the dark.
Well, they've given interviews, both, I mean, internationally and everywhere, basically giving the figures and the numbers. They've talked to a lot of reporters.
In Kebbi, that was a list. When the incident happened, the military people produce a list of the missing students. They know who they are looking for. But in the case of Niger, I said, the CAN, I don't know the game the CAN is playing, the CAN of Niger, I'm not saying CAN nationally, yes. The CAN of Niger and the school, the game they are playing. Let them help the authorities, let them help the
but surely the authorities have the right and the responsibility in a situation of criminality that has taken place.
I just told you that.
My people, now the video now on a new watch finish so. On a see what it happen for inside the video. Alright, my people, I would like to end the video for you. Make una let me know what you all take for the comment section. And if you never subscribe, make una subscribe so that you don't miss any latest way I upload. On a bye bye till I come will next time. Bye guys, catch my next video. Bye guys.